Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are fine. In today's English class, we are going to start past indefinite tense. In the last video, I told you the meaning of indefinite. I told you the meaning of tense. And then I told you that we have present indefinite tense, we have past indefinite tense, and we have future indefinite tense. So today we are going to do past indefinite tense. Now, indefinite, you know the meaning of indefinite tense. Now, what is past indefinite tense? An indefinite point of time that has happened a long time ago. That is called past indefinite tense. Past indefinite or simple past tense means it indicates a finished or completed action at a specific point in the past. For example, I played means the action of playing is completed at a specific point in the past. Now let us have a look at the uses of simple past tense. You have to understand like this: present means now, and past means yesterday, and future will be tomorrow. So now we are going to do past indefinite uses. Now, past indefinite tense, as its meaning is clear, to describe actions that were completed or that were finished in the past. So, first uses to describe the actions, to describe the events that were completed, that were finished in the past. For example, they played cricket last week. Means last week the action of playing cricket was completed. And to describe the past habits, we also did this use while doing present indefinite tense. If we have to describe our habits, if we have to describe our daily routines, we use present indefinite tense. Now if suppose you have to tell about your past habits, the habits which you have skipped now, so then what you will use? You will use simple past tense. If you have to describe the habits of your past, you will use simple past tense. For example, I often brought my lunch to the school. It was my habit when I was in school, I often brought my lunch to the school. Now, adverb of frequency: often, always, never. If we are describing our present habits, we'll use these adverbs in simple present tense. And if we are describing our past habits, then we'll use these adverb of frequency in the simple past tense. And to describe past facts, we also did this use in simple present tense or present indefinite tense. Means to describe facts or journal facts, we use simple present tense. Suppose you have to describe the facts of the past, the things which were true sometime in the past, then you will use simple past tense. For example, people paid much money while making phone calls in the past. He did not like tomatoes in the past. So if you have to describe a fact of the past, you will use simple present tense. Now suppose you have to describe, you have to mention the sequence of the events or the actions which took place sometime in the past. Then you will use simple past tense. For example, I finished work, walked to the lawn, and found it a nice place there. So now finished, walked, and found, all these actions have occurred in a sequence in the past. Here you will again use simple past tense. Now adverb of time, like as I have told you earlier, कि yesterday means past. So adverb of time like yesterday, last week, last month, last year, long ago, in the year 1990s, in 1980s, in 1970s, means the time which has gone now, a few days ago. These adverbs of times usually are used in the simple past tense. Now let us revise the rules of simple past tense. In simple past tense, we use second form of the verb. And while making positive sentences, means when we are not making negative or interrogative sentences, the structure for the sentence will be For if we have here, we will not use helping verb. In simple present tense we have not used any helping verb. Similarly, in simple past tense we don't use any helping verb. There we take first form of the verb, and in the simple past tense we take second form of the verb. And if we have to make positive sentences in simple past tense, and our verb is regular verb. Now you have done regular and irregular verbs. If our verb is regular verb, what we will do, we will take base form of the verb, and to the base form of the verb with the regular verb we will just add d or ed. For example, he collected the prize. Now collect is a regular verb. What we did here, we just added here ed with the regular form of the verb. And suppose we if we have irregular verb, then according to the verb we will use the correct past tense, correct second form of the verb. He got a watch as a prize. Now get is not a regular verb, so the correct past form is got. So we'll use the correct past tense with the irregular verb. And while making negative sentences, the structure will be like this: subject plus did not plus base form of the verb, because did is second form of the verb itself. Then we, after did not, we will use first form of the verb. He did not take, he did not collect, means after did not we will use first form of the verb. In simple sentences, in positive sentences in the simple past tense, we will take second form of the verb, but in negative or interrogative sentences, when we will use did, with did we will use first form of the verb, means base form of the verb. He did not collect watch as a prize. And in interrogative or question sentences, first did, then subject, then base form of the verb plus object plus question mark. Did he collect the watch? Did he collect the watch as a prize? So I hope now you have understood very well uses of past indefinite as well as the rules of past indefinite. So now we will do future indefinite tense. Future indefinite means it indicates that an action has not happened yet. When we are speaking, the action has not occurred yet, and it will occur in the future. Means while when we are talking about any action that has not happened yet, it means it is future, it will happen. So that is called future indefinite tense. Now where we use future indefinite tense, as the meaning is clear, if we want to express a voluntary action, if we want to do some action voluntarily, or somebody is willing to do any action, so he or she will use future indefinite tense. I will prepare breakfast. For example, if I say I will prepare, it's my willingness, I want to prepare breakfast, so here I will use future indefinite tense. Next, to express a condition or a prediction, means if I'm telling about any condition or prediction, then I'll use simple future tense or future indefinite tense. The president will visit here. Here the prediction is announced, so I'll use simple future tense. To express a promise, if I am expressing my promise, I am I'm making a promise to anyone, then I'll use simple future tense. I'll come to the meeting on time. I'll come to the party on time. So if I'm expressing my promise, I'm making my promise, I'll use future indefinite tense. And as you know very well, future means tomorrow. The adverbs like tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, these adverbs are used in simple future tense. Now rules are, we'll use helping verbs will, shall plus base form of the verb, means first form of the verb. We'll use with I and we will use shall, but rest of all the noun and pronoun we'll use will. Though in modern English generally we use in today's English, in modern English we use will. Will is preferred over to shall. So the structure will go like this. If we have positive sentences, we have positive statements. For subject, then will or shall, then first form of the verb plus object. If we have negative sentences, subject plus will not or shall not plus verb की first form plus object. And if we have interrogative, and while making interrogative sentences, we'll use first will or shall, then subject, then verb की first form, then object, and the last we'll put question mark. I'm telling you कि in modern English will is preferred over to shall. So try to use will. I hope now you have understood very well future indefinite as well as past indefinite tense uses and rules. So I'll send you a worksheet of all the tenses. Have a good day.